Season over. Hopefully, Petullo's reign as OC over. Pathetic performance by the defense today. If you were going to beat this 49ers team, you had to keep them under 20 points. They did not. Eagles offense, again, disappears in the second half. Matty will probably have a field day tonight with the I told you so's. Like, for the love of God, they let this sorry ass, and I'm going to say it, sorry ass San Francisco 49ers team come in here and beat them. Bad game by the defense. Bad game. All in all, how do you let Christian McCaffrey get behind you? How do you let a wide receiver throw a damn pass? How do you keep going 3 and out in the second half? I didn't have any confidence that they were going to punch that ball in the end. I did not have any confidence they were going to punch that ball in. The defense let them down today. Sorry, not sorry. It was both offense and defense. And if Sirianni don't want to fire Petullo, he can take his ass right with him. Because I'm done. Like, I'm sorry. I know his record. Yeah, it's been good, but he's been affected from a damn good roster. And I ain't trying to hear it. A.J. Brown, goodbye. You got us a ring. See ya. Deuces. Have a nice day. It's obvious he don't want to be here anymore. How you get hit in the hands and drop the ball? So you can go to New England, go play with Drake May, and see what happens up there. Okay? Until they're tired of dealing with your stuff. I'm done with this team. I'm so glad it's over and done with. I ain't got to worry about it. I ain't got to worry about them getting their ass kicked next week in Chicago. I don't have to worry about them embarrassing this fan base anymore for the way that they played. It was like they were on par the first 3. They were on par. The first 3 drives. After that, it disappeared. It's been a theme of themes. So, I see your Star Wars fire, everyone. Mike Papernick checking in says, buy Brown and trade Jalen and fire Sirianni and Petullo, hire John Harbaugh. Hey, I don't know, though. Like, really, who's Harbaugh going to bring in? Munkin? Like, look at that offense that Baltimore ran. That Baltimore offense wasn't nothing to write home about. And they had some players down there. So, no. I don't know if they're going to fire. I don't know if they're going to fire Sirianni or not, but Petullo's got to go. They cannot run it back with him next year in this offense. The dude obviously does not know what he's doing, and they need to get somebody in here who's more credible. Sorry, I mean that's all there is to it. Sorry, not sorry. They need a reliable. This defense let them down today. They did. I mean, to let the Niners go right down the field on the opening kickoff, go right down the field and score a touchdown. Come on, nah. This game, I put this game on Vic Fangio. He got out schemed. He got out coached today. Fangio got out coached. If you were going to beat the Niners, you had to hold them under 20 points. That's it. You've had to hold them under 20 points, and they didn't. You let them razzle-dazzle their way in? Nah, not good enough. Not good enough. Sarver said, I said we would lose. This Eagle offense has been inept since before the season. Yeah, they have been. They have been. Elliott let us down. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, Jake can go too. It's time for them to – I think the biggest mistake they ever made was letting Cameron Dicker leave. A.J. Brown was upset about something on the sideline and was getting into it. Yeah, everybody's seen that. Star Wars, everybody's seen that. So it is what it is. He's a diva, and he needs to go. I don't care. He got hit in the hands. He got hit in the hands on that third down play. Got hit in the hands, and he dropped the ball. he dropped it. Plain and simple. I don't want to hear nothing from A.J. Brown. I don't know, Mike. I don't know. I mean, don't get it twisted. I wouldn't be opposed to him coming here, but they would have to literally fire Sirianni tomorrow. And I don't know if they're going to do that. So, but again, Eagles lose 23-19. They give up the late touchdown. Again, this defense, when it needed to make a stand in this game, could not make the stand. Quinyon Mitchell with 2 interceptions. So they won the turnover battle and lost the game. Think about that for a second. Eagles don't lose when they win the turnover battle. They lost this game. They lost this game because they didn't put points on the board. Yeah, I kind of have to agree with you, Mike, in this one. But they look tired from the jump. Where was the Nakobe Dean blitz up the middle tonight? Nowhere to be found. Where was the pressure from our front four? Nowhere to be found. You couldn't beat up on that sorry-ass San Francisco line? Yeah, Trent Williams playing on one leg. Nah. He got out-schemed. Vic Fangio got out-schemed, got out-coached. That's what happened in this game. And because he got out-schemed and got out-coached, the Eagles lost this game. Everybody knew what the offense was. I thought, and I even said early this morning, I smell a couple picks coming from Brock Purdy because I felt like we could get to him and cause him. So, oh, man. Soldier Steve checking in. Yeah, my thoughts exactly, Steve. This team's going to look very different a year from now, and I hope it's for the better because it's obvious AJ doesn't want to be here anymore. And to be honest with you, I really don't want him here anymore. You know what I mean? You couldn't beat up on that sorry-ass 49ers team. And I'm sorry, they're sorry. They're going to go to Chicago next week. They're going to get smoked. Even though they just played the Bears 2 weeks ago, they are going to get smoked. Yeah, Mike, I hear you on it, dude. I hear you 1,000% on this one. He says, we're all those idiots say it was okay to rest the starters. Resting the starters, I mean, if they would have played, what would have happened? They would have gotten one more win against a hapless Washington team? No. Yeah, there you go. I will say this about that Niners team. For being as banged up as they are, they showed something that our team didn't show today in here. They got a lot of heart. I mean, you take out one of their weapons in George Kittle, and what happens? You take out George Kittle, and you still lose. Oh, man. I can't wait to hear what Matty B has to say. Me neither. So make sure you guys tune in about an hour because Matty will be on. And Matty's going to rip them. And it's well-deserved. So glad Saquon got paid in the offseason instead of Isaiah Rodgers. Well, hindsight's always 20/20, Steve. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I will say this. I never thought them losing Mekhi Becton would affect that offensive line this bad. Tyler Steen is god awful. He's awful. He is awful. He is when you look at a line, when you look at something, you say one of these things just doesn't belong here. That's Tyler Steen. He's bad. He's real bad. He was getting blown up today by some nobodies across the way. It says this better be the end of Patullo. I think it will be Star Wars. I really do. I think it'll be the end. Man, I don't know what the hell just happened there. Huh. There we go. But I think it will be. It has to be. Somebody's got to take the fall for this season. It's not going to be Sirianni. It's not going to be Fangio. It's going to be Kevin Patullo. So, again, who are they going to bring in this time to be the offensive coordinator? Who? Brian Dable? Ken Monken? Arthur Smith when he gets fired out of Pittsburgh? Of course, I'm trying to think of who else is out there. Joe Brady from Buffalo? If he doesn't get a head coaching job? I mean, come on. Sorry. I had to take a little bit. Well, it's to me, this is just bad. I hope somebody hires Patullo. You know, he's on a short candidate list to be a head coach, supposedly. I don't know. Brock Purdy today, 18 for 31, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 1 sack. His rating was 180. Juwan Jennings, 1 for 1, 29 yards and 1 touchdown. Christian McCaffrey combined 114 yards today. 114 yards for him, as well as it's as rushing, as he had 15 carries for 48 yards. He had 6 catches for 66 yards. So big day for Demarcus Robinson. 6 catches, 111 yards. They were just, Green Bay coach might be getting fired. Well, you have to take a look. I mean, if he does, he does. He said Slay watched this mess. Yeah, what was up with that, too? Darius Slay was at the game today, and he's a property of the Buffalo Bills. That's funny. He was there. Hurts, 20 of 34 for 168 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 sack. Saquon Barkley, 26 carries, 106 yards. Tank Bigsby, 4 rushes for 19 yards. Jalen Hurts, 5 rushes for 14 yards. And Dallas Goedert, 1 for 1. So there are your rushing leaders for those guys as well. Receiving, Dallas Goedert, 4 catches, 33 yards. Devontae Smith, 8 receptions for 70 yards. A.J. Brown, 3 for 25. Saquon Barkley, 3 for 25. Darius Cooper, 1 for 9. Will Shipley, 1 for 6. And Jahan Dotson did not even register. So, I mean, this is how you see it right here. And again, this is why you take a look at this game and you realize that this game tonight was just so bad. They were just so bad. It really was. I mean, you gave up 13 points in the fourth quarter. 13 points in the fourth quarter. That was bad. I'm sorry. You cannot do that. 13 points in the fourth quarter? No. Sorry, not sorry. Dallas Goedert goes into free agency. Oh, yeah, I think Dallas is going too. I think he's out of here as well. He'll be in like Detroit or somewhere next year. Yeah, I see what you mean there, Mike, with that. But I mean, stop and think about it. Really, the only thing that really changed on this offensive, on this offense, was Mekhi Becton. Mekhi Becton is no longer playing guard. Kyler Steen moved into the guard position. Other than that, it really didn't change as far as like talent wise. Oh man. Oh God. Oh man. This and that last play was just Oh, awful. Awful. That last play, I'm sorry. That last play was god awful. Why would you throw that there? Why would you throw it? If you're going to take a shot and you're going to try and go, throw it to A.J. Brown. Let him go try to go get it. I mean, even though the A.J. Brown that we've known and been accustomed to has definitely fallen off. So this was a bad game. This was a very bad game by the Eagles. Offensively, defensively, again, the same problems that have plagued this team all year long come back and plague them in this postseason game. And again, now they lose at home to really an inferior 49ers team. I'm sorry, I still don't think the 49ers are better than them. And I just watched them play for 60 minutes. I don't. Like, this defense was out-schemed this week. Like, badly out-schemed. And they made no adjustments. They made no adjustments at all. And they even got 2 turnovers. How do you get 2 turnovers and still lose? People said the Eagles' offensive play call was not being fully used and that the Eagles were holding off on opening the playbook until the playoffs start, which is delusional again. Well, there's always going to be that saying, Mike, when something isn't going right. But obviously, there's a disconnect between the coaching staff and the players on this offense. Because when you only change an offensive guard and everybody else is the same, like, how? You know? So, again, their season is done. Their season is done. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of glad it is. There's changes that have to be made. There are positions that have to be reevaluated. And there's some changes that have to be made to this team. A.J. Brown cannot come back next year. I don't care if you're going to get a third or fourth for him, trade him, get him out of here. It's obvious he doesn't want to be here anymore. And of course now, you saw the blow up on the sideline. Somebody on Twitter actually kind of slowed it down and said, well, his response to Nick was, well, then trade me then. Saquon up the middle every 3 out of 4 plays. I'm not going to get on Barkley tonight. Barkley rushed his ass off tonight. I'm not going to get on Barkley today. Barkley gave it his all. He was averaging 4.1 yards a carry for this game. Okay? If he's averaging 4 yards a carry, which means if you run it 3 times, you're going to pick up a first down. So, no, I'm not getting on Barkley at all. And Bigsby was averaging almost close to 5. So, again, I'm disappointed on the defensive side of the ball. I thought Zach Baum was non-existent. Barely heard his name today. You didn't hear Nakobe Dean's name at all. Like, let's be real. When the 49ers lose George Kittle in the middle of this game, the whole offense is going to be going on to Christian McCaffrey. And they still couldn't slow him down. Now, I'm a ham and egger, and I know that if he goes down, Tongan and Kuszczak are going to pick up what his production is. That's what they do. And yet you left Kyle Juszczyk wide open, which, by the way, Reed Blankenship had a very bad game. Epps, I don't want to see him again. Yeah, thank you for 2017 kick rocks, dude. So you will have a different team in the Super Bowl this year. Kansas City did not make it. The Eagles are eliminated. So there will be a definitely crowning of a new NFC champion and a new AFC champion and a new Super Bowl champion. So the back-to-back did not happen, folks. The Birds fall today 23-19 to the lowly, and I'm going to keep saying lowly, San Francisco 49ers, because that team should have never been in this game at all. That Eagles defense was not, you could tell it was not their day from the first drive. Demarcus Robinson, really carving up Quinyon Mitchell on that first drive. Carved them up. Carved them up. This Eagles team looked like they were just going to stroll in. We're better than you, and that's it. And they didn't play the game. They let them hang around. They let them hang around. And when you let a team hang around, they come back and beat you. Go ask the Packers. Okay? Go ask the Packers how that is when you let a team hang around. You let a team hang around like this, and they come back and bite you in the ass. Ask the Packers. Star Wars says, go Bears. Says, we need to wait for Phillies baseball. I don't know about that either. That's a whole other topic. Pat checking in. Pat Bernard says, correct, Mike, Eagles beat the Eagles in the third. Yeah, Pat. They did. They did. When you have a team against, you got to put your foot on their neck, and you did not do it. You came out, played lackadaisical football, and it bit you in the ass again. It says this season is no different than the collapse of 2022. It's very different, Mike. It's very different. It's very different. You can't say that. You can't say it was a collapse. Yeah, did they collapse in 2023 and they got in the playoffs and they got smoked in that Tampa game? You never thought they were winning that Tampa game. This game here, for 3.5 quarters, they were taking it to the 49ers. Again, the fourth quarter came along. The Eagles did not put up points when they should have. So, it says we need Boba shit to the Phillies to help us heal about this thing. Well, if that happens, it happens, man. Nothing wrong with biting in the butt. Like, Jesus, God, Pat. It says everyone was happy with the way the Eagles. Well, I mean, Mike, they won 4 in a row. It's not their fault that they put the Commanders twice, the Raiders, and Buffalo, which, by the way, Buffalo's a playoff team, and they beat Buffalo in Buffalo. Granted, it wasn't pretty, but they beat them. So, I mean, you got to get a little excited for that. It was fool's gold. It was fool's gold because our defense let us down. Defense that was supposed to carry us let us down today. That opening drive should have never happened. That last touchdown to McCaffrey shouldn't happen. None of their touchdowns should have happened. That's what I'm trying to say. They didn't look like – they look like – the 49ers wanted this game. They wanted to come in here and win, and they did everything possible to win this game. The Eagles did everything possible not to lose this game, and they lost it. Like, I'm sorry, but did anybody have any confidence that Jalen Hurts was going to take them down the field and score? When they went up 23-19, I looked at my wife and said, game over. Game over, season over. Had no confidence that they were going to come back. Why? Because they haven't done it all year. They haven't done it all year. So now, I believe, if I believe right, they want a trip, 49ers want a trip to Seattle, and the Rams get to go play the Bears. So I think that should be a pretty good matchup going in the week for the divisionals. I think it should be. But this Eagle team, again, tale of two halves. Played well in the first half, didn't play well in the second. And it came back and bit them in the butt. So, again, guys, well, I'm going to make sure that you guys check this out. And, again, make sure you check it out because right about, I don't know, 50 minutes from now, you're going to get one Matty B. He will be coming up with the final word. He'll have more on this game. But Birds lose, man. Season is over. So the fall guy, us, is the defense and not the inept offense. No, it's a mixture of both. I mean, it is the opposite. It's the offense too, but like, come on. There's no reason in the world that this Eagles defense gave up 20 points. They gave up 3 touchdowns to the sorry San Francisco offense, who just got held to 3 points a week ago. So, yeah. And you had to come across country. You had to come across country and do that. Like, no. Sorry, not sorry. The Eagles should not have. I can see them giving up one. I'll say the last one. All right, fine. That was a good drive. They can score that one. But that first drive should have never gave that up. And that fake bullshit ass wide receiver pass shouldn't have gave that up either. Again, that was on Vic Fangio. That last drive, you want to give it to the Niners, that's fine. That was a hard no. Those first two drives, no. No, absolutely not. Should not have been. And the Eagles should have put more points on the board. And they didn't. Came back and bit them in the ass again. So, this is the final Birds flyby for the season. We will be back next season once these games get kicked off and rolling again. Season ends on a downer. At home, they lose to the 49ers 23-19. I've had a blast with you guys. Thanks, Michael. I've had a blast with you guys. Can't wait to do it again next season as we get set. So, with that being said, the only thing I can tell you is look out in April for the NFL draft. Me and Big Al, we're going to be working on something for you. Don't know if we're going to do it live or what, but then it's on the OTAs and minicamp as we discuss to see what this Eagle team does now going forward. For that being said, thank you to everybody who's been with me all season. Birds lose 23-19. Their season officially done. I don't know, man. That's a gut punch, but it is. It is. It's a gut punch. Well, you get to hear what Matty has to say in about 45 minutes. So make sure you tune in for that, guys. I am Mike Lauro, and this has been the Birds Flyby. And Birds go down 23-19. Season done.